Yes, hello, this is Coach Gordon Thomas from the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warrior Basketball on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
It's time for Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
My name is Devontae Rickenbacker. Good afternoon. I'm here with Justin Bethia, and we are here live for the matchup Amityville Warriors versus the East Islip Redmond. We apologize for the late tip, technical difficulties, but we are back with the score. 2-2 is the score as Miles Goddard will go to the line for 2 shots on the shooting foul on the East Islip Redmond. Miles Goddard, the sophomore, in his second stint with the team in the playoffs. Miles Goddard was on the 2018 state championship team as he's trying to look to lead this team back to upstate, win another state championship. Back-to-back is the goal. It's been the goal all season. Miles Goddard misses the first. 2-2 is the score. Goddard makes the second. 3-2 is the score. Amityville in a full court press. Mosley with the ball. Mosley over to Hardy. Hardy inside. Hardy over to Cassano. Cassano in the corner. Cassano back over to Hardy. Hardy swings it. Throws it over to Mosley in the corner. Mosley jab step. Strong take. Blocked by Miles Goddard. Miles with the ball. 3-2, 5:30 left in the first quarter. Lucas inside. Triple team. Miles over to Williamson. Williamson drives in. Fouled on the floor. Mr. Farkas. Williamson to inbound the ball. Williamson on the top of the key to Lucas. Lucas being double teamed. A legal screen called on Miles Goddard. .5:17, 3-2 Amityville in this first quarter. Amityville with an early press, trying to bring the defense to the Redmond. Hardy with the ball for the Redmond. Hardy brings the ball up the court. He stops. He dribbles over. East Islip with the ball in the corner. East Islip ball in the wing. Inside, Hardy head fake. Puts it up, and the bucket's good. 4-3, 4:58 left to go in the first quarter. Miles with the ball. Miles looking to shake. He stops his dribble. Inside to Goddard. Goddard calls for the travel. Amityville still looking to be in a full court press. Hardy with the ball. Goddard on the defense. Hardy looking to shake. Over on the top of the court, top of the key. Back over to the wing. Inside to the corner. Mosley. Fouled. Will go up. .4-3, 4:33 left to go. The winner of this game will go play Miller Place Panthers, the first seeded team in Class A, Suffolk County. Mosley hits the first 5-3. Mosley misses the second. Lucas skies up for the rebound. Over to Miles. Miles looks to call out a play. Mosley on the full court defense. Miles at the top of the key to Goddard. Goddard head fakes inside to Lucas. Lucas makes the layup. 5-5, 4:13 left in the first quarter. Amityville still looking to be in the full court press. Taylor Williamson on the defense. East Islip spin off. Loses his footing. Good aggressive defense by Williamson. Forced to give up the ball. Lucas on the defense. Legal screen called on the East Islip Redmen, just to the delight of the Amityville bench. As the crowd for Amityville starts to file in. Game tied 5-5, 5:53 left to go in the first quarter. Williamson looking to run the play for Amityville. Williamson over to Thomas. Thomas back to Williamson. Williamson jab steps back, steps over, shoots a three. He misses. Nunez has the ball. He stops his dribble, throws it over to Hardy. Hardy loses his dribble, swings it over, back in the corner. Good rip by Devad Lucas.
The hustle from these Amityville players. Zach Miles just slapping the ball into the stands.
Hardy with the ball. Hardy at the top of the key looking to call out a play. Throws it over to Cassano. Cassano inside to Aquinen. Aquinen over to Nunez. Nunez shoots the wide open three and makes the bucket. 8-5, East Islip Redmond. DeAndre Thomas with the wide open three. He misses. Offensive rebound, Miles Goddard. Goddard has the ball, looking to dribble up. He dribbles in. He gets the ball ripped. He gets the ball back. Fights for the ball. Thomas has the ball for Amityville. Miles with the ball. Miles stops. He dribbles in. Throws it over to Goddard. Goddard shoots a contested mid-range. He misses. Hardy comes down with the rebound. Loses the ball. Slows it down for East Islip. 8-5, 2:34 left in the first quarter. Nunez with the ball in the corner. Cassano has the ball. He's dribbling too much. Pass off to Mosley. Mosley fouled by Miles.
Miles seems to think that that foul wasn't called correctly. You can see that these boys are playing harder than ever from both teams. It's just so suspenseful, and each move is just filled with high energy. Every move that they take.
Miller checks into the game for East Islip. Mosley gets the ball off the inbound. Over to Hardy. Hardy stops, throws it back over to Cassano. Frees up Nunez for the shot, and he misses. Thomas comes down for the rebound. 8-5, East Islip, 2:05 left to go. Miles loses dribble. Williamson inside to Lucas. Lucas powers himself inside. He misses. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. 8-7. 151 left in the game.
Lucas would not let that point go. He wanted to make sure he got it.
Nunez. Full court defense by Goddard. Pass over to Cassano. Cassano over to Mosley. Mosley jab step. Drives in. Ball stolen by Thomas. Thomas stepped on the line as East Islip will be awarded possession. 8-7, 127 left to go. They're looking to free Miller inside. Can't get to him. Pass out to Hardy. Hardy resets the play. Hardy looking to get open. Hardy takes a drive, throws it over to Miller. Miller swatted from behind by Miles. 8-7, 117 left to go in the first quarter. Miller and Aquinen make a swap. Five-second violation called on East Islip Redmond.
Boyd just seemed like he didn't know who to pass it there, and the pressure really got to him, which ultimately gave Amityville the ball. Not a good look for their team.
Timeout, East Islip Redmond. Now we go to the sideline report. Anthony Adams.
Before the game, I had a chance to talk to senior guard R.J. Gomez, and he told me in preparation for this huge playoff game against Amityville, he said this week they just really focused on film and focused on practicing perimeter shots because they saw Amityville likes to push the ball in the middle, and so they wanted to try to counter that and hit Amityville with a couple of perimeter shots and see what they could get going for their offense. Back to you, Devontae.
Good afternoon here on this beautiful afternoon here at Amityville Memorial High School. My name is Devontae Rickenbacker, here with
Justin Bethia.
We are here for the matchup, the East Islip Redmond and your Amityville Warriors. Shout out to everybody who is here live on the broadcast. Shout out to on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. It is 8-7 with 17 seconds left in the first quarter. East Islip Redmond possession. 1:02 left in the first quarter.
Both teams are playing with high intensity, and they're both trying their 100% best because this is all or nothing right now. So they're sweating in their shorts.
Hardy inside to Cassino. Cassino over to Mosley. Mosley dribbles in. Mosley takes the floater, and he makes the bucket. 10-7, 46 seconds left. And East Islip up, 10-7. Miles stops. He pops. He throws it over to Thomas. Thomas over to Williamson. Williamson inside to Goddard. Goddard on the outside to Williamson. 25 seconds left. Williamson dribbling over to Thomas. Thomas drives in. Offensive foul called on Thomas. 19 seconds left, 10-7, East Islip Redmond. Shot clock is off. Nunez with the ball. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Aquinas has the ball. 5 seconds. Mosley has an open three. He makes the bucket. 13-7, end of the first. East Islip Redmond up in this first quarter.
Oh, man. This is so exciting. The crowd is just really eating all of this up. This game, both teams are under so much pressure that it's hard for them to keep focus. Amityville is definitely losing their focus right now. They're obviously not in the lead, and they're not doing great. And you can tell that Coach Gordon Thomas is not happy right now. East Islip is really, really performing well under pressure. As you just seen, last shot, buzzer beater, made that last point, and it seemed like with no effort at all. They seem like Anthony Adams said, they're really just working hard and really prepared themselves for this game. This really shows who put in those hours in the gym.
Yeah, it'd be a really good feeling for the East Islip Redmond to knock off the defending state champs and get to the first seed Miller Place. East Islip coming out here hard, and Amityville's got to pick up the intensity. They're not playing Amityville basketball right now. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. 13-7, East Islip up. Cassino has the ball for East Islip. Down to Enquen. Enquen over to Nunez. Nunez back to Cassino. Cassino over to Hardy. Hardy over to Cassino. Cassino uses a head fake. Cassino steps back. He drives in. He misses the shot. Goddard guys down for the rebound. 13-7, 7:37 left in the second quarter. Miles over to Thomas. Thomas inside to Goddard as Goddard makes the bucket. 13-9, 7:37 left in the second quarter. Hardy has the ball. Hardy looking to turn on the turbo boost to get up the court. Avoid the 8-second violation. Hardy inside to Cassano. Cassano at the top of the key. Cassano over to Aquina in the corner. Hardy drives in, throws up a lefty floater. He misses. Thomas has the ball for Amityville. DeAndre Thomas lays the ball up on the fast break.
Filet.
13-11. 4:44 left. 6:44 left in the second quarter. Miles Goddard falls down on the. Mosley gets the offensive rebound. Fouled by Thomas. We'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Amityville was not ready to get that rebound, which led to the offensive foul. If they were there and playing like they wanted the rebound, that foul would have never happened.
Mosley misses the first.
Amityville has to remember that because they are the defending state champs, each team is coming in with 150% effort. So they have to come in with 200% effort if they want to win and become the 2-time winning state champs.
Mosley makes the second. 14-11, 6:26 left in the second quarter. Williamson has the ball in the corner, dribbles it back out. Over to Miles. Goddard with the, Miles shoots the 3, he misses. Cassano has the ball, throws it over to Hardy. Hardy back inside to Cassano. Cassano contested by Miles. 14-11, 6:24 left to go. Miles fouled on that. Foul on Cassano.
It seems like both teams are really scattered around and not staying focused and playing collectively.
Augustine checked into the game. Augustine over to Goddard. Goddard takes the lefty acrobatic layup inside as he makes the bucket for Amityville. 14-13, 5:44 left in the second quarter. Errant pass by East Islip. East Islip looking to get a little bit too overhyped for themselves. Shout out to the Amityville cheerleaders.
Come on, Steven. Let's go.
14-13, Warriors trail by 1. Lucas with the ball for Amityville. Lucas shoots the 3. He makes the bucket. 16-14. Nunez with the ball. Nunez with the ball kicked by Lucas. First lead for Amityville since 3-2. Nunez has the ball for the Redmen. Nunez stops his dribble, picks it up, looking for somebody to pass the ball to. Throws it over to Cassano. Cassano back over to Nunez. Nunez with the ball. Nunez over to Mosley. Mosley stops his dribble. Mosley attacked by a lot of people. Lucas on the defense. Goddard with the hand in his face. He misses. Miles grabs the rebound. 16-14, 4:46 left in the second quarter. Warriors on top. Miles inside to Goddard. Goddard mishandles the ball as Augustine looking to feed Augustine.
The reason why Amityville chooses to do zones and use the trapping method is because their team has a lot of height. If you look at East Islip, there aren't a lot of guys that match up with the height of Amityville's players, so it's easier for them to play shorter people, and it's more pressure for the players to get around them.
Goddard taken out of the game. Owens checks in. Lucas shoots a 3. He misses. East Islip regains possession. 16-14, 4:18 left to go in the second quarter. The Redmen have the ball. Hardy, number 1, stops his dribble. Throws it over to Mosley. Mosley in the corner. Mosley drives in. Takes contested. Owens gets the rebound for Amityville. Owens stops. He shoots a wide open 3, and he makes the bucket. (19-14). 3:52 left in the second quarter. Joe Owens comes in and makes a big 3 for Amityville as the game is looking to turn in favor of the Warriors. Nunez inbounding the ball right in front of the Warrior bench, giving him a hard time. Over to Mosley. Mosley back to Nunez. Nunez back to Mosley. Mosley over to Nunez in the corner. Nunez with a hand in his face. He misses. Miles skies up for the rebound. 19-14, 3:30 left in the first quarter. Warriors are up. Miles calls out a play for Amityville. Wild pass by Miles.
Completely giving up the possession there. Nunez, when he was shooting at the 3, had at least 3 hands in his face, making it impossible for him to drain that.
Call. 19-14, 3:10 left in the second quarter. Devod Lucas is doing everything right now on the defensive end. They cannot get the ball through him. Zach Miles checks out of the game. Miles Goddard comes back in the game. Lucas with another kick ball, playing great defense.
Okay, cool, good. Doing it to the corner. Talk to me. All right, John, thank you.
Devod Lucas seemed to be a little bit hyped. Hardy with the ball, over to Mosley. Mosley jab step, Mosley inside. Harassing defense by Jalen Williamson. Miles Goddard with the ball on a layup. Fouled on the shot.
Good defense, baby.
The Amityville bench seems to be turned up right now from their junior leader, Devod Lucas, leading them on the defensive end. As he said to his coach, he gets nothing, referring to East Islip. 19-14, 3:37, 2:47 left in the first half.
Devod Lucas completely ignoring the ref there. Oh, man, that was just a really funny sight to see. Telling the coach, like Devontae said, he gets nothing. Amityville and East Islip are both really riled up for this game. You should really feel the energy that's in this gym right now. It's amazing.
21-14, 2:30 left. Owens has the ball, drives in for the layup, he misses. Mosley on a fast break for East Islip. Mosley fouled by Augustine and 1.
Beautiful and 1. Beautiful.
21-16, 2:24 left into the first half. To the first half.
Mosley, oh my gosh, that was amazing. I really wasn't expecting him to make that with Augustine's really long arms just all over him and in his face. Amityville bench taunting Mosley.
Owens stops his dribble. Williamson over to Owens. Owens inside to Goddard. Goddard over to Augustine. Augustine makes the contested layup.
And that's science right there.
23-17, 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Hardy over to Cassano. Cassano back to Hardy. Cassano. Hardy with the ball. Hardy over to Mosley. Mosley drives on the baseline. Mosley travels.
Coach Gordon Thomas really excited to see that travel right there.
23-17, 53 left until second half. Oh, Owens looking to dribble. He drives in, throws it over to Augustine. Augustine with the foul.
Joe, execute the play, please. That's not the play.
1 minute till halftime.
Execute the play. Come on, Joe.
100 seconds till halftime. That's a minute 40.
Hand. Let's get active.
You learn something new every day, guys. Shout out to the Amityville Broadcasting Network and everybody behind the scenes. We appreciate you all.
Shout out to Matt Grice, the GOAT.
Cassino with the ball. Another kickball by Devad Lucas. As he said before, he gets nothing. 6-point lead for Amityville. 1:25 left in the second quarter. Hardy with the ball on the outside. Hardy dribbles in. Hardy over to Mosley. Mosley shoots the contested three. He makes the bucket. 23-20, 1:05 left in the first quarter. Second quarter, sorry guys, second quarter. Foul inside on East Islip. One and one.
So far, the first half has been really, really crazy and action-packed. Amityville starting out the game with a 3-2 lead and then losing it, ending the first quarter 13-7. Now, Amityville is back in the lead.
Devad Lucas sinks the first.
Now 23-20. Now 24-20, excuse me. Amityville and East Islip are both playing with high intensity. The gym is completely silent as Devad Lucas makes his second basket.
25-20. 30 seconds till halftime. 50 seconds till halftime. Amityville harassing defense. Stephen Augustine with the strip. Owens has the ball. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Owens loses the ball. Shot clock off, 33 seconds. Cassino looking for open shot. Mosley steps back, he shoots the three, and he makes it off the glass. As the East Islip fans have started to go crazy. 25-23, timeout by Coach Gordon Thomas.
Wow. Coach Gordon Thomas was not happy to see Joe Owens give up that possession right there with only 40 seconds left in the second quarter. We have about 20 seconds left in the first half. Amityville and East Hampton are coming with massive energy to win the game.
East Islip.
Excuse me, East Islip. Excuse me, East Islip. Wow, the energy that you feel in this room, I know I said it already, but it's something that you wouldn't really be able to appreciate unless you were here. The excitement that just, the natural excitement that just fills the air feels great. Devad Lucas, Loco Lucas, with 11 points so far, not letting anybody that he's guarding get a pass, a shot, nothing.
Jordan Mosley. Shout out to Jordan Mosley. You've heard the name before. Former Amityville girls varsity basketball coach Shabu Mosley's son has 16 points for the Redmen, number 12. Shout out to Shab. 20 seconds left in the first half. Amityville ball, shot clock off. Lucas over to Williamson. Williamson, 10 seconds inside to Miles Goddard. Miles Goddard makes the layup. 27-23, 4 seconds. Nunez shoots a full court shot and misses at half court.
Really close.
Amityville up by 4. Really close game, 27-23. Amityville up right now as they look to come out at halftime with the Amityville basketball game. We'll be back with more. Devontae Rickenbacker here with Justin Bethia. We are here live at the Fred Williams Memorial Gym. Sorry for the technical difficulties early on, but we are back here at the Amityville Broadcasting Network. We will have a halftime show coming to you by our analysts, Brian Canales and Anthony Adams, our sideline reporter for today. Today's slated matchup, East Islip Redmond versus the Amityville Warriors. The Amityville Warriors, defending state champs, looking to make another playoff run. Justin, how do you feel about today and how the game is going, the pace of the game?
Like I've said numerous times, the energy is great. Both teams are playing really hard. Like I said, you have to come in with 150% effort if you want to make it on. This game separates the boys from the men, and this will determine who moves on further into the playoffs. The first half was really exciting to watch, and both teams were trading who has the lead, and we'll see who comes out on the top at the end of this game.
Devontae Rickenbacker here with Justin Bethia. We will now go to Anthony Adams and Brian Canales here on the halftime show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
Thank you.
This is Devad Lucas, guard for the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so far for tuning into the Amityville Broadcasting Network live stream of the first playoff game of the season, which has featured a battle of the tribes as the Amityville Warriors are winning by a score of 27-23 against the East Islip Redmen. What do you think has happened so far in the first half, Anthony?
I really think that it's just been a battle of the big men. I mean, Devad Lucas has controlled the game for Amityville thus far. He's been getting a lot of shots in the middle and even hit a three and attempted another one. So nice to see him stretch his game out to the perimeter and, you know, man in the middle. And also Jordan Mosley for the East Islip Redmen. It's just he's really been controlling for them, and I don't know if they'd really be in this game without him.
Yeah, you know, Jordan Mosley, number 12 of the East Islip Redmen, so far has 16 points of the 23 points that the East Islip Redmen have scored so far. And overall, Miles and Devad have been pretty much taking much control of the offense of the Amityville Warriors so far. What do you think Amityville is doing so far to not blow themselves away from this game and take over?
Well, I really feel like in the second half they just have to come out with a more aggressive approach. They're letting Jordan Mosley get a lot of open shots. They're playing him tight on the perimeter, but he's just passing them and going towards the middle and getting a lot of foul calls. He's great at the free throw line so far. He's great at drawing contact, and I just think that for East Islip, he's been the main focal point, and he's just been the main aggressor for them. And really, without him, I don't really think they're in this game.
Yeah, most definitely. Also, East Islip so far, you know, it's surprising enough that their leading scorer of the season so far, Joe Cassiano, hasn't really done much. How do you think their coach is going to look to use him more in this game? And perhaps walk out of this gym with a victory?
Well, Joe Cassiano, he's averaged 16 points a game and also shoots the three especially well, with hitting about 3 a game. So you would think that they maybe try to find him some more open looks, because in the second half you would think that Amityville's, gonna close down on Jordan Mosley, and they're gonna look for more open shots and different people to look for on the offensive end for East Islip. So Joe Cassiano, I think he is gonna be a focal point in the second half, and maybe look for him to shoot some threes. But Amityville's been doing well at closing out on the perimeter shooters this game, as they haven't really done the same in the regular season.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Amityville has to be more better with ball control and committing less turnovers, and overall just not getting too much in their heads and just playing their game plan, But we have a second half to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, I'm going to send it to Sabita Joseph, who is on this year's Amityville Girls Varsity Basketball team. Sabita, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. This year, the boys basketball team, the girls basketball team was led by senior Taylor Lawhorn, junior Jordan Tobin, and junior Brianna Millsap. What do you think you learned this year as a result of being with those 3 girls?
I feel like this year, watching them play together, watching everyone come together after what happened last year, them putting everything aside and coming together and doing what they needed to do. I feel like while they were doing great, they could have done better, and they only fell short of 2 games to make playoffs this year. And I feel like they could have done it. They could have and they should have.
Yeah, it was definitely a greater season than what had happened last year. How do you think you yourself built yourself as a better basketball player all around?
While I did not finish the season off with them, I did start it off. I feel like maybe next year, if I'm not as if my schedule's not as complicated, I'll be ready to hit the court and maybe even be a starter for them and be ready for everything that basketball has to offer for me.
Do you look to embrace that sort of leadership senior role like Taylor took on this year for the team?
I would love to embrace that.
What do you think of the game so far? How's that atmosphere out there in the crowd?
I'm loving the energy from Amityville, but I just feel like they can pick it up more when it comes to not fouling, keeping their hands off, but everything else is good.
What would you say they need to do? And since you yourself have basketball knowledge, what do you think they need to do to take control of this game and overall walk out of this gym at the end of the second half with a victory and on to the next game of the playoffs?
Not pass the ball, do not throw the ball everywhere. As you can see, multiple passes just went outside or just touched the hand of Steven Augustine and just went out. I feel like with the passes, try to get a better pass and try to control the ball more.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Sabita, for deciding to talk to us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of this game, and overall have a good rest of the day. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Brian Canales alongside Anthony Adams here with a score of 27-23. The Amityville Warriors are leading this game right now in a very tight matchup as Jordan Mosley is taking and carrying on the torch for the East Islip Redmen with 16 points, and Deval Lucas and Miles Goddard are taking the heap of the offensive game for the Amityville Warriors. Anthony, we spoke about how Amityville coming into this one had won their 3 last games of the regular season, and so far, what do you think has been lacking so far in their game?
Well, I feel like bringing the momentum into this game by closing out the season with 3 crucial wins. I feel like Devad Lucas has really controlled himself and he's done what he's done since the middle of January, because since the middle of January he's averaged 25 points along with 13 rebounds, and he's keeping up the same type of consistency this game. But I feel like one of the main points from Amityville is they just need to move the ball more and feed the ball into the middle more, because defense from East Islip is collapsing on Devad Lucas. So they need to really kick it out to their open men and find some other scorers, and the team just as a whole really needs to step up and surround Devad and especially Miles Goddard as well.
Well, thank you so much for your evaluation as to what Amityville needs to do to come back to win this game and finish out the second half with a victory. The score is 27-23, and I'm sorry to bring you guys to the end of the halftime show. I'm sure you guys will miss us, but don't forget, we'll be back for the post-game show, and I'm sending it back to both Devontae Rickenbacker and Justin Bethia.
This is Zach Miles, guard for the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warriors Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Devontae Rickenbacker here with
Justin Bethia.
We are here for the matchup, the East Islip Redmond versus your Amityville Warriors. Today we have a gladiator match. The 8 and 9 seeded teams in the Class A Suffolk County bracket. Amityville Warriors, the 8, the East Islip Redmond, the 9. One of these teams will come out on top in this second half and will go to Miller Place on Tuesday to play the Miller Place first seeded team in a second round playoff matchup. One team will go home, the other one will stay home to practice.
Stay home and practice indeed. Keys for the second half. What Amityville has to do is, stay on point, keep their chemistry, and don't pass up possessions. And East Islip just has to look alive.
DeAndre Thomas with the offensive rebound putback. 29-23, 7:40 left in the third quarter. DeAndre Thomas on the defense. Shabby Mosley jab step. Inside Jelly. Williamson seems to be a little bit shaken up on the play. We have a injury timeout. 29-25, 7:37 left to go in the second half. Miles on the inbound. Williamson calls out a play for Amityville. Nunez on the defense. Williamson over to Thomas. Thomas inside to Lucas. Lucas with the ball stripped. Hardy stops his dribble over to Mosley. Mosley inside with a contested layup. It falls to the ground hard. Looks to be a little bit shaken up on the play. Shooting a pair at the free throw line. 29-25. 7:13 left in the third.
Amityville is playing really aggressive defense, which leads them to get all these fouls.
Mosley misses the first. Mosley misses both. Williamson over to Thomas in the corner. Thomas drives in. Thomas fouled on the dunk attempt. DeAndre Thomas looking to catch a body. He will go to the line to shoot two. 29-25, 7:04 to go. DeAndre Thomas will go to the line for two.
I think by the end of this season, DeAndre Thomas will get his dunk that he's been looking for. I've been watching him attempt, and each time he gets closer and closer, and I've watched DeAndre Thomas grow. And I know that when he wants to do something, he's going to work hard and he's going to do it. DeAndre Thomas was never a starter at the beginning of the season last year, and he made his way to become a starter. He wouldn't always drain his threes, and then next thing you know, he's making those clutch shots that you need. And now his new goal, the dunk. And I think that he is going to do it. Shout out to DeAndre Thomas.
30-25, 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Warriors are up. Cassano with the ball over to Hardy. Hardy skip past to Cassano. Cassano across court to Nunez. Nunez inside to Aquinan. Aquinan over to Hardy in the corner for the three, and Hardy misses. Miles comes down with a strong rebound. 30-25, 6:40 left in the first. Offensive foul called inside on Goddard. Goddard seemed to not like that call. Confused by how he was called for an offensive foul. Nunez stops his dribble, skips pass to Cassano. Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez stops his dribble. Nunez looking to shoot. Nunez, ball stolen by Goddard.
Oh,
Goddard
is that it?
drives up as he misses the layup. Devon Lucas cleans it up.
Loco Lucas.
32-25. 6:13 left in the third quarter. Aquinas has the ball, stolen by Thomas. Thomas bangs out, and the crowd likes that energy. Timeout East Islip Redmond as they look for the momentum shift. 34-25. DeAndre Thomas, as Justin said, caught the dunk.
What did I say would happen? DeAndre, you know I never doubted you. I knew that he can do it. I've seen it happen. Congratulations, DeAndre.
DeAndre Thomas catching a dunk, looking to swing the momentum for the Amityville Warriors. The Amityville Warriors looking for the momentum shift in this game. Now we'll go to Sideline Report. Anthony Adams.
So I'm here with Mr. Farkas, our illustrious athletic director of Amityville. How are you today, Mr. Farkas?
I'm doing great. I love the broadcasters, by the way. They're doing an amazing job.
Thank you, thank you. So today this is the first game of the playoffs, and we're back again, back-to-back years. How do you feel the boys have overcome adversity? And even though the team has really been somewhat inefficient this year, they ended off the game with three straight crucial wins, and they're in the playoffs. How do you feel about this team this year?
It's always tough coming off a state championship team, and we have a lot of new players on the team, but I'm really excited about the work that they've put in, and I think that they are rolling right now, and I'm really excited to see what they can do here in the playoffs.
And from a basketball standpoint, how do you feel that Amityville could close out the game and get the win?
I think we're just going to keep playing hard, and I think we're going to pull this one out.
All right, thank you. Back to you guys.
Devontae Rickenbacker here live on the call. Shabu Mosley, son Jordan Mosley with the basket for the East Islip Redmond. 34-27, 5:35 left to go. Nunez with the ball inside to Aquinan. Aquinan dribbles up and he makes a contested layup. 34-29, 5:24 left in the third. Timeout, Amityville. East Islip just won't go down without a fight. Like we've mentioned before in the stream, East Islip looking to gun down the defending state champions. Amityville won it all last year, 27-2. Went up state, beat Arsley by 20 with the final score 74-54. They're looking to go back upstate and repeat the same thing that they did last year.
This game, I can never say it enough, is so exciting to watch. It makes me want to be in the stands and just scream my lungs out until I just can't talk anymore.
Amityville cheerleaders on the nice call. Shout out to the Amityville faithful in the crowd. A couple of alumni. Braden Tanis off the Amityville 2018 state championship team was a vocal leader in the wins that Amityville had last year. Braden Tanis looking for his former teammates to hopefully go back-to-back. Stephen Augustine checked in the game for Miles Goddard. Miles Goddard looking to take a breather. Full court press. Full court press on for Amityville. Jordan Mosley on the steal. Cassano shoots the three. He misses. Miles regains possession for Amityville. Loses the ball. Nunez over to Cassano. Cassano with another three. He misses. Lucas gets the ball back for Amityville. 5 minutes left to go in the third. 34-29. Lucas shoots a contested three. He misses. Augustine comes down with the rebound. Goes back up. Out, and the bucket is good. (36-29). 4:44 left to go. Stephen Augustine sporting two sneakers, as we have the team cam on him right now.
Stephen Augustine hit them with the triple fake and was able to get that foul there. And it worked all 3 times.
Thomas comes down with the offensive rebound and is fouled on the floor. Coach Thomas thinks that it should be a shooting foul. 36-29, 4:41 left to go in the third quarter. Inside to Lucas. Lucas back out to Williamson. Williamson head fakes. Floater. A foul. Makes the bucket.
Good move by Williamson.
38-29. 4:25 left in the third quarter. Nunez with the ball for East Islip. Nunez looking to shoot all the way from China. Throws it over to Aquinan. Aquinan blocked by Augustine. Lucas with the ball. East Islip Redmond fans do not like that. Looking for a foul. Miles, biggest lead of the game for Amityville. Miles over to Lucas. Lucas loses the ball. Mosley spots up for the 3. He misses. Augustine comes down with the rebound. DeAndre Thomas skies up for the layup. He misses, but Stephen Augustine cleans it up and makes the bucket.
That's teamwork right there.
40-29, biggest lead for Amityville at this point. DeAndre Thomas with another steal, but he stepped out of bounds.
The second time for this game.
Amityville looking to advance in this playoff first round matchup. East Islip to inbound the ball. Aquinan gets the ball over to Hardy. Hardy over to Nunez. Nunez shoots the 3. He misses. Stephen Augustine on the strong box out. Regains possession for Amityville. Miles calls out a play for Amityville. Warriors by 11. Lucas steps back. Lucas shoots a contested 3. He misses. Cassano throws it over to Mosley. Mosley drives inside. Mosley blocked. Will go to the line for 2. 40-29, 3 minutes left to go in the third.
Lucas really looking to put that ball in the ground. He wanted that to go straight through the wood floors, but he just couldn't get it. Mosley really took that ball all the way back in order to get that foul. There may be a special interview with Amityville's superintendent, Dr. Mary T. Kelly.
Miles over to Williamson. Williamson looking to get trapped. Williamson in the corner to Thomas. Thomas take a strong take and makes the layup. 42-31. 2:42 left in the third quarter. Cassano has the ball for East Islip. Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez over to Hardy. Hardy shoots the 3. He makes the bucket. Excuse me. Mosley with the bucket. 42-34. 2:22 left in the third quarter. Williamson over to Lucas. Lucas backs down Hardy. Lucas spins off. He's blocked. East Islip. East Islip slaps the ball out. Lucas makes the uncontested layup. Cassano has the ball for East Islip. Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez fouled by Thomas. 44-34. 1:54 left in the third. Gilzine checks in for Thomas.
DeAndre Thomas on the bench with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals.
Nunez with the ball. Over to Mosley. Mosley back to Nunez. Nunez, another kick ball by Devad Lucas. Devad Lucas would have about 10 steals right now. But they're all just kick balls.
Because what?
He's just a good defender. He's, like he said, they gets nothing, and they haven't got anything in the last 15 attempts. Mosley loses the handle. 44-34, 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Williamson has the ball. Williamson spins off. He drives in over to Lucas. Lucas at the top of the key. Lucas looking to jab. Lucas with the travel. Travel.
When are they going to listen? They're going to get it when? When? In AAU?
Approaching the 1 minute mark in the third quarter. Amityville up by 10. Nunez looking to shoot. Devad Lucas with another kickball. That's the theme. We're playing soccer today. We're not playing basketball. We're playing soccer. Looking like Ronaldo over there with that left foot. Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez on the outside. Nunez throws it over to Cassano. Cassano strong take. Cassano fouled by Sean Augustine. Sean Gilzine. My apologies. 44-34. 50 seconds left. Wide open three. Airballed by Cassano. Lucas goes over. No shot. Fouled on the floor. Amityville will have possession under the basket. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Lucas has the ball. Lucas over to Williamson. Williamson in the corner for the three. He misses. Lucas gets the offensive rebound. Miles travels. Travel called on Miles. Cassano. 25 seconds left. Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez in the corner to Hardy. Hardy looking to be trapped. Brings it back out. Cassano. Cassano uses a head fake. Hardy inside to Cassano. Cassano loses the ball. Miles gets the ball. 10 seconds left as Miles misses the layup, but Lucas cleans up on the offensive. 2 seconds. 46-34. Amityville up 13 in going into the fourth quarter. Justin, a pretty good game for Amityville right now. East Islip won't go away. Every time Amityville seems to go on a big run, East Islip comes back with a big shot of their own. How do you feel that East Islip will come out in the fourth quarter?
You know, usually I would be able to tell you what I think, but right now I really just don't know how to really see this, you know what I mean? I feel like it's really anybody's game at this point.
Good, Anthony. How are you?
I'm doing well, but this game right here, it's high paced. It's intense. The crowd's into it. How do you feel back-to-back years that the school that you run has made it to the playoffs?
Well, I am just so proud of the team, of our student athletes who are not only fabulous athletes, but they are also working hard in school and doing well academically. Our wonderful coaching staff, our teachers, and our athletic director. I see Mr. Farkas over there. And also now that we have this great broadcasting club, the Amityville Broadcasting Network, and people like you and Justin and all of the and Devontae Rickenbacker, and the fact that now we can coverage our games wherever, and whenever we're playing. I just think it's a great way to spread Warrior pride and Warrior spirit. So it's really exciting, and the kids have worked really hard. The basketball team has worked very hard to get to where they are, and they are very committed to their, to their goals and objectives.
They really are, and hopefully for us, they come out with the win. Back to you guys.
Devontae Rickenbacker here, back with the action live. East Islip gives up the ball in that possession. Lucas over to Williamson. Williamson steps inside the arc. He shoots the bucket and makes it.
Yeah, Jalen, let's go now. Come on. Let's go. Hands up. Hands up.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly, for that wonderful shout out. We appreciate it.
48-34. Nunez makes the three-point shot and the foul.
And one.
Nunez seems to be a little bit hyped off that one. Stephen Augustine looking to get that one back for Amityville.
I mean, Devontae, I'd be hyped too. Shooting all the way from China and somebody knocking you down and you're still able to make it. That takes a real shot right there.
We have a lane violation.
Come on.
Coach Gordon Thomas not happy at all.
48-37. East Islip. Amityville.
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go, guys. Come on. AJ, come on.
Miles and Williamson inside the Gilzine. Gilzine back to Williamson. Williamson drives in the Gilzine. Gilzine blocked from behind by Mosley.
Good block, Mosley.
Nunez over to Cassano in the corner. Cassano over to Mosley, shoots the three. He misses. Lucas over to Miles. Mosley with the interception. Mosley fouled in the corner. 48-39. 6:51 left to go.
Devontae, it seems like there's a little bit of a track meet happening here. Everybody's just racing each other back and forth, putting in all their effort. Mosley is on a hot streak. Mosley is not as tall as everybody else on this court, and yet he still finds a way to get these rebounds, to get these blocks, and to make sure his team gets possession, and he still always finds a way to score around these tall players. Mosley is on a hot streak.
Mosley sinks the first, right on cue. He makes the second. Jordan Mosley having himself a day right now. Miles over to Williamson. Timeout called by Amityville first. East Islip does not like that call.
East Islip fans especially don't like that call. The initial call was a jump ball, but then Amityville calls timeout, and one of the refs overrode the other ref's call, so now the ball originally should have been East Islip ball, but then it went over to Amityville, and they were not happy about that. And you could really hear both crowds roar at each other for dominance, and it was just crazy, crazy excitement in the gymnasium here.
Devontae Rickenbacker here with Justin Bethia. We are here live at the Fred Williams Memorial Gym for the Amityville Warriors against the East Islip Redmen. This game is closely contested. East Islip just won't go away in this. 48-40. 6:41 left in the game. Winner stays on, loser goes home. Williamson with the lefty layup.
Good lay by Williamson.
Warriors up by 10. Nunez over to Cassano. Cassano over to Hardy. Hardy inside to Aquinan. Aquinan goes up, he shoots, and he makes the layup. 50-42. 6:10 left. Offensive foul called on Williamson.
See, the problem is Williamson has had a history of not being able to pass the ball once he gets on his hot streak. So with that happening, you have those mistakes.
Aquinan has the ball for East Islip. Hardy over to Nunez. Nunez steps back. Nunez steps back out. Skips pass to Cassano. Cassano takes the lefty layup as he misses. Williamson over to Lucas. Lucas over to Thomas. Thomas goes to Lucas. Thomas back to Lucas. Over to Goddard. Goddard over to Thomas. Thomas over to Williamson. Williamson over to Thomas. Thomas goes up and makes the layup. And one. Thomas will go to the line for one free throw. Try to complete his three-point play. 52-42, 5:23 left in the game. Coach Thomas calling out no threes to the team. Looking to just hold the ball, get down inside 10 seconds, and have somebody score inside. Thomas sinks the free throw. 53-42, Amityville up by 11. East Islip stops, skips a pass over to Hardy. Hardy dribbles out, defense in his face. Nunez has the ball. Nunez stops his dribble. Another kickball by Devad Lucas. Devad Lucas is try out for the United States men's soccer team. They're going to need him in the FIFA World Cup.
He's learning how to juggle right now.
Hands up, Trey. Come on, guys, everybody. Hands up.
Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez back to Cassano. Cassano shoots the three. He misses. Miles comes down with the rebound. Miles over to Williamson. Williamson fakes a pass over to Thomas in the corner. Thomas over to Williamson. Coach Thomas telling his team to relax. Calling out a play. Williamson over to Thomas. Thomas drives inside. Back to Miles. Miles shoots the three. He misses. Nunez comes down with the rebound. 53-42. 4:20 to go. East Islip loses control of the ball. Williamson with the ball for Amityville. Williamson stops. He dribbles out. He resets the play. Williamson foul on the floor.
Amityville seems to be losing their composure here. They were doing a really good job in keeping their teamwork together and all keeping one head, but right now they're losing that and they're playing a little bit sloppy. They just need to get it together.
Lucas over to Thomas. Lucas misses the three. Excuse me, Thomas misses the three. Cassano skips past to Hardy in the corner. Hardy over to Nunez. Nunez to Mosley. Mosley makes the bucket. 53-45. 3:45 left to go.
Beautiful play by East Islip.
Coach Thomas called the timeout. 30-second timeout.
This is the time that Coach Thomas grabs his players and pulls them back into the game because right now their heads are out of it. Coach Thomas just has a really good talent of being able to get his players to regain composure and get back in the game. I've seen plenty of games where coaches bring in their teams and then nothing changes. They continue to play exactly the way that they're playing, exactly the way that they were playing before they went into the huddle. But there's something about Coach Gordon Thomas's huddles that the team just comes out different. Like they just had a 2-hour practice and went over drills a million times.
53-45. 3:37 left in the game. East Islip trying to save their season. The Warriors trying to put them away. If East Islip loses today, they will go back to East Islip and take a long, sad bus ride back. If Amityville loses today, they will just leave.
And leave their home fans disappointed.
Williamson over to Lucas. Lucas cross court to Thomas. Thomas over to Miles. Miles inside to Williamson. Williamson makes the layup. 55-45, 3:15 left in the game. Devon Lucas dunks the ball home for Amityville. It gets the crowd hype. 57-45, 3 minutes left to go.
Loco Lucas for the bang out.
Biggest lead of the game for Amityville as DeAndre Thomas and Amityville starting to play that suffocating defense.
There it is, doing the things that they weren't doing before they came out of the huddle.
Cassano over to Nunez. Nunez inside to Mosley. Mosley double team. Mosley dribbles back out. Ball poked out by Thomas. Thomas dunks the ball home for Amityville as the Amityville bench is liking it.
Back-to-back dunks. How can you not like that?
(59-47). 59-45. 2:38 left to go. Technical foul called on Devon Lucas.
Devon Lucas has a history of technical fouls being called on him. He's just such a tall guy, and you know, touching the rim is an easy thing for him to do. So often he gets the technical fouls called on him.
(59-47). 2:38 to go. Nunez over to Cassano. Cassano inside to Hardy. Hardy outside, stolen by Miles. Miles with the ball stripped. Eastside slip ball. 59-47. 2 minutes left to go. Joe Owens checks into the game for Zach Miles. Cassano gets the ball in the backcourt for Eastside Slip Redmond.
Watch the corner, Joe Owens. Watch the corner, Joe Owens. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Hardy has the ball inside to the corner. Nunez makes the three. Eastside Slip timeout. 59-50, 2:06 left in the fourth quarter. The Eastside Slip Redmond not going away, Justin.
Not at all. They are not letting this go that easy. They do not want to take that bus ride home. They do not want to hear the crowd sing, nah, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. That is a heart-wrenching feeling for a team that has worked so hard to get to the playoffs and then lose in the first round. And the sad part about this all is somebody has to be that team.
Yes, in the game of sports, one team wins, one team loses. And for East Islip or Amityville, one team will lose and one team will win. And as I stated before, we'll get to go to Miller Place to face the first-seeded team in the playoffs. Tuesday will be the game. Tuesday, February 12th, is the second round starts. 9-point lead for Amityville. Foul called on Cassano.
If East Islip doesn't win this game, then they will go home in the first round of the playoffs. But if Amityville wins this game, they'll be able to, and if Amityville wins this game, they'll be able to continue to defend their state title. If they lose, then they will no longer be the defending state champion of New York State.
Miller checks out of the game for East Islip. Owens loses the ball for, misses the free throw. Mosley loses the ball for East Islip. 9-point lead for Amityville. 1:47 left to go. Williamson over to Thomas. Thomas dribbles in over to Owens. Owens over to Lucas. Inside to Goddard. Goddard gets the ball back. Goddard shoots the mid-range shot. He misses. We have a little bit of scuffling going on. We have a little bit of a scrimmage on and a foul called on Miles Goddard. A little extracurricular activities from East Islip.
Both.
Owens checks out of the game. Zach Miles checks back into the game. Coach a little bit upset with the pass was made. 59-50, 59-51. A minute 28 left in the fourth quarter.
There seemed to be a little bit of a issue on Amityville's side of the court. There seemed to be some problems with the teams, the teammates on each team.
59-52. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Nunez with the ball. Nunez trapped at the top of the key. Over to Cassano. Cassano skip pass to Mosley. Mosley shoots a contested three. No foul called. Hardy gets the ball back, steps out of bounds as Amityville regain possession. 59-52. 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. East Islip not going away without a fight. Miles over to Goddard. Goddard stops under a minute. Goddard lays the ball up for Amityville. 61-52. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
East Islip is trying desperately to close the lead gap.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. East Islip, Cassano shoots the three. He misses. Mosley with the offensive rebound. Mosley is fouled. 30 seconds left in the game. We'll go to the line to shoot two. Warriors are up by 9. The double foul called on Miles Goddard. Put East Islip at the line for 2. And another foul put them at the line for another 2. Mosley misses the first. Missed free throws down here at the end of the game doesn't help for anybody.
Right.
Because in the event that you do lose by 1 and you miss the free throw down the stretch, that one free throw came in clutch and he missed it. Mosley makes the second. 61-53. Lucas brings the ball up over to Goddard. 25 seconds. Over to Williamson. Williamson fouled. East Islip needs to keep fouling in this one to keep the game alive. Coach is telling them take their time.
East Islip has to keep fouling in order for them to be able to stay in this game and drag it out and try and get their last few points to get back in.
Jordan Mosley replaced as Jordan Mosley, sign of emotion on his face. Sad the season is over. Anybody from East Islip watching, Jordan, you played a heck of a game and we wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. Williamson makes the first.
The emotion that everyone is feeling right now. Amityville happy because they have only seconds left to clutch this game. And East Islip uneasy because they have only seconds left to clutch this game.
63-53. Seconds left in the game. 15 seconds left in the game. DeAndre Thomas comes down with the rebound for Amityville. Amityville will advance in this playoffs. Amityville, defending state champs, will go to Miller Place Tuesday, February 12th, to play the Miller Place Panthers for the 63-53. Amityville will go play Miller Place Panthers February 12th, 2019, as they look to go back-to-back. Amityville shaking hands. Beautiful game played.
Congratulations, Amityville, on your clutch win and moving on to the playoffs. And congratulations, East Islip, for making it to the playoffs and trying their best and not being blown out in the first round.
Now we go to Anthony Adams.
Hello, everybody, and I'm here with Coach Gordon Thomas. Coach, congrats on the win, first of all, and the team really played well. From last year's state championship victory, how do you think this team has really progressed and translated their game into this season, and they won their first playoff game? What's your thoughts about
Well, I'm glad that we got the W, and a win is a win, but to me it was an ugly win. These guys have to learn how to finish a game. We had too many mental mistakes. All right, we're up, the clock is on our side, and we're shooting three-pointers. We need to go to our strength, which is the inside game, all right? And until we do that, we're in trouble if we don't. So
You're talking about your strength is the inside game. Who do you think showed their presence on the inside game this game, and what do you think you could do better to go into next game and have a much prettier win in round 2 of the playoffs?
Well, again, our inside strength are Devard, Lucas, and Miles Goddard. All right, we have to go down to them. And if we're getting the ball down to them and they're scoring, it's going to open up the outside. But we're going to live and die on the jump shots, and that's not good. Okay, I thought Jalen Williamson played an excellent game running the show. And Miles and Devard are always usually steady. So now we just got to tighten up on these mental mistakes, turning the ball over, rushing when we shouldn't, and we utilize the clock. If we're ahead, why are we rushing? So these are things that we have to tweak. So on to the next round now.
All right. Thank you, Coach, and congrats on the win, and best of luck to you in the next round.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you, Coach, for that wonderful interview.
Congrats.
Devontae Rickenbacker here with Justin Bethia. We will have coverage of the next game here live on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And all the other playoff games moving forward. Thank you so much. I just want to thank the broadcasting team, because like I always say, it's not just the voices that you hear on here. There are so many other members that help with this, so we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Shout out to Mr. Grice and Mr. Semino for taking the time out and helping us be better broadcasters. Shout out to Dr. Kelly and everyone else who watched this broadcast today. We thank you for all your support. Much love.
Devontae Rickenbacker, congratulations to East Islip, most definitely, for a heck of a game played and a heck of a season for them. My name is Devontae Rickenbacker.
Here with Justin Bethia.
We thank you for tuning in live on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. We will be here February 12th for the matchup, Miller Place Panthers and the Amityville Warriors.
Tune in.
63-53 final score, post-game coming up.
This is Miles Goddard, forward for the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to the Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcast Network.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is I, Brian Canales, alongside me, Anthony Adams, and here is the finale of the Battle of the Tribes playoff game. The Amityville Warriors come out of this game with a victory of 63-53 against the East Islip Redmen. Boy, what a second half we saw, Anthony. What did you think allowed Amityville to come out there with a spark and overall take control of this game?
Honestly, they just played team basketball. They played inside out. They fed the ball into the middle, into their big men. Even though they took a lot of shots, they were able to recover with a lot of offensive rebounds and a lot of second chance points. And Devad Lucas and Miles Goddard were huge focal points. Devad had 19 points. He also had 7 boards and 4 steals on the defensive end. Then Miles also had 11 points and 3 rebounds and also a steal on the defensive end too as well. So it was a very big man based game, and they cut the ball inside. They drove a lot. They drew a lot of fouls, and they played aggressive defense, which is what helped them come out with the win.
I think what the main point and difference about this game was the amount of rebounds. Amityville basically had double the amount of rebounds that East Islip had, AV had 29 rebounds in total, and East Islip had 14 rebounds in total. A game with this type of difference in rebounds, you're not going to win a game like that. And most importantly, Amityville was able to use their physicality on the offense and defensive boards, and overall just collect a certain amount of rebounds and overall take control of this game in the second half. I want to take this time to credit Jordan Mosley for bringing back this team, down from 4 and to get within 5 points in the fourth quarter. He led the team with 31 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. There's nothing more he could have done, and what lacked East Islip from, potentially coming back and pulling the upset off in the Fred Williams Gymnasium is that, he didn't have many playmakers around him, and therefore, their season is over, but it was one heck of a game by Jordan Mosley.
Yeah, as you're talking about, Jordan Mosley, he was really the lone bright spot for this team. But also Thomas Boyd, he came up big in the second half. He had 14 points on the day and also 4 steals on the defensive end. But you can't win a game when it's really a two-man show. Besides that, only out of the other 4 players who played this game, because they ran 6 deep, there was only 8 points combined through all 4 of them. So if you really want to win a playoff game, especially an away playoff game against a bigger team than you, a team who rebounds the ball better, a team who finishes better than you, you can't go in there and have 8 points off of your secondary scores.
Yeah, and I want to bring back to the point of, everyone spreading the floor out and everyone having a different point distribution, but in a good way. 4 of the 6 players that got into the game for Amityville had double digits. Miles had 11 points, Devad had 19 points, Jalen had 10 points, and DeAndre had 10 points. When you're able to spread the floor like that, you're able to create more offense, and that's what Amityville was simply able to do, and overall they were able to finish and, pull off the win today, and Tuesday they're looking forward to face off Miller Place and what appears to be a great game coming up for the Amityville Warriors as they hope to streak on to the playoffs and another run at potentially another state title.
Yeah, talking about Miller Place. Miller Place is, they're a different beast. They're number 1 right now, and on Tuesday, I think they just need to come into the game with the same mentality, a winning mentality. Don't put any doubts in your head and just have the same game plan as this game and just find the little stuff in your game that you could really improve. I mean, Devad was, he was a stud as always. Jalen had an excellent game, as Coach Gordon Thomas said as well. DeAndre had a great game. Miles had a great game. And they just, from other people like Zach, Steven, Joe, the other people who play, they really just need to contribute to the team as much as, the 4 main starters do. And you just have to have an all-around team effort. Play the ball on the inside. Don't take as many 3-point shots. And, as the coach said, it was an ugly win, but they still got the job done.
Another key point I want to make in this game is that the amount of steals that were made in this game and the points off of those turnovers each team had. Amityville had 13 steals in total and were able to get 17 points off of those turnovers. And East Islip was able to manage 8 steals, but only managed to have 6 points off of those turnovers. The great defense was great on both sides, but the lack of execution was badly taken on East Islip's part, and as a result, Amityville was able to expose East Islip's offense and take away Jordan Mosley for most of the fourth quarter. No disrespect to Jordan Mosley, he had a great game, but if you're the only main scorer that your team is relying on, you can't expect to do that each and every game. And unfortunately, East Islip is walking out of this gym with their heads down. But next season, they're looking forward to yet another season of Thomas Boyd and Jordan Mosley, and I'm sure they're excited for next year.
Yeah, Jordan Mosley, he really had a great game. He had a couple of steals on the defensive end, and he played offense and defense well. There was really no holes in his offense this game. Except his usage rate. His usage rate was really high, and it was higher than most games this season because he came into the season into this game averaging 9 points on the season, and the other playmakers on the team they really they couldn't get it done, and it's just disappointing for East Islip's end to battle hard this whole season, to have all of your team scores not do as good in this game, and it's just upsetting for them that they had to lose in this fashion. But Jordan Mosley, he was a bright spot, and as well as Thomas Boyd, and for Amityville, props to them. They had an all around great team win. No one person took over the load. They played great team basketball, and I think ball movement was really what won them the game, and they were able to almost over double the amount of rebounds that East Islip got. So hats off to Amityville, and great season for East Islip, and we hope to see them back next year.
With a score of 63-53, the Amityville Warriors won this game by a hard dueling matchup against the East Islip Redmen. 3 days away from now, on Tuesday, the Amityville Warriors are set to take on Miller Place, Anthony. What do you think Amityville needs to do to append their loss that they took at Miller Place in their own gymnasium and come over the top come Tuesday?
Well, it's a revenge game. Miller Place is a big team. They get a lot of rebounds. They're the #1 team in the league, so they only have 2 losses in the league record right now, and that just really says a lot. They could do everything well. They could shoot the 3 well. They could drive well. They could defend well, and it's really going to be the hardest matchup of the season for Amityville right now, because Miller Place, they had a first-round bye, so it's extra time to prepare. But for Amityville, it's, I think, better because they have extra time to think about what they did wrong in their first playoff game. Even though they came out with the win, even though it was an ugly win, as the coach said, they got the win. Then now it's time for the preparation stage for Tuesday's game, and it's time for improvement. They're going to come. They're going to be better than what they were, and hope to see Amityville fight as hard as they did in this one and get the dub on Tuesday in Miller Place.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm Brian Canales once again here with Anthony Adams, and sadly this is the end of our postgame show. At the end of this battle between these two tribes, the Amityville Warriors came up with a victory of 63-53, and their next matchup will be against Miller Place on Tuesday. I just want to take the time to thank Mr. Paul Semino and Mr. Matthew Grice for this broadcast, and we hope to see you Tuesday with a great matchup against the Amityville Warriors and the Miller Place. Thank you. Have a good night.
Go to AmityvilleWarriors.com for upcoming broadcasts and events. This has been a presentation of Warriors Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.